Hi everybody, welcome to another Derek Does. Today, we're doing this. Hi everybody, welcome back to another Derek Does. So today we're going to be doing this not vintage, it's probably from the 80s, leather ottoman, and we're going to bring it back to life. I love leather club chairs. I think I've shown you those, and every once in a while you'll find one for free somewhere because the leather just looks terrible, and this ottoman was kind of the same way. I saw that it was actually a chair and the ottoman. Now the chair was just too far gone for me to fix. I was looking at it, but I needed ottoman because I had picked up previously last year a really nice club chair that did not have an ottoman. So I've been kind of looking, and I got really lucky with this one. It was free. It's in really great shape for being free, and it is a Mitchell Gold, which is a company that I really like. They really make a quality leather club chair and ottomans and that sort of thing. So I'm going to show you all the products you're going to need to bring this back, and it's really easy to do. And I'll put all the links in below of the same products that you can use on perhaps if you have an old leather chair or ottoman that you want to bring back that's just seen better days. So here's the ottoman, and you can see it's got scratches and it's faded, and you can just see the luster is gone. I put it up high just so you can see it better, and then we'll do a round once I'm done, and you can see how much better it is. Now it does have this little rip right here. There's nothing I can really do about this currently. And I'm not going to worry about it for right now. But right now I'm just going to worry about getting this leather back. And you can see it's just got some issues here and there. But overall, I know there's a great ottoman underneath this. So we're going to fix this, and we're going to bring this back to life. So let's see if we can do that. So in order to do this, we're only going to need a few items. I always wear some protective gloves just because I don't want to get all the oils on my hands, because sometimes it's tough to get all that off. You're going to need some paper towels. We're going to begin with that. This is just an all-purpose cleaner. You can use water if you want to. I just happen to have this. It's easier. And we're going to use my favorite thing ever for leather, and this is the antique leather dressing from Picard's. I showed you earlier on a leather vintage jacket. I used this, and you saw the amazing results with this. I've done probably 4 chairs with this product, and every single one turned out fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to first clean up, just get any of the dirt that's on this, like in the crevices and that sort of thing, kind of let it dry just a little bit, and then we're going to add this Picard. So let's do that. All right, so we kind of wiped off the whole thing, and now we're going to just I was going to let it dry, but this leather is so dry, I think has absorbed a lot of that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to apply this is from Picard's. This is their antique leather dressing. And I like this one because it's better for older leather. They have other dressings you can put on leather. And if you have a new jacket or a new chair or new something, it'd be great, or new upholstery in your car. But if you have an old upholstery, this is actually made for antique leather. So if your leather is over 20 years old, I would suggest using this. So what I do is, and I've used this in the past, is I have just a little cloth that I leave in there because that's how you would apply it. And let's start applying the antique dressing. Now I just do circles, kind of like when you're waxing your car. I want to make sure I get all the little crevices and everything. So just take your time. It's therapeutic. And work it around. And you'll see instantly where it's been touched and where it hasn't been touched. So here you can see, this is what I've done this side, and this side I haven't done. And you can just see how the conditioning has really soaked in there and has not here. So this is after not really because we just put this on, but we're going to let this soak. And then this is what we're going to continue on. I just wanted to show you kind of a between this and this. Because this is what your leather is going to eventually look like. It's not going to have quite this shine, but it's going to be this richer, darker, more natural oils in there. Because that's what leather is natural oils in, even with my glove, natural oils in the leather that give leather its leatherness. Okay, so we've done the entire chair, or ottoman, all the leather pieces. Now this one's a little more difficult because it had a fancy, it wasn't solid on the sides. It came up and then it came in and around, so it has like a cushion top on top of the bottom. So there was leather underneath there. So I went ahead and did underneath all that. I did the entire, all the leather pieces. So I'm gonna let this sit now, probably for a day. And just let it really soak in there. Again, this wasn't the worst I've ever done. There's some chairs that you couldn't believe what they looked like beforehand. But after this leather dressing, it's amazing how it can bring back leather. As long as your leather isn't split, actually broken, or has holes in it. Now this, as I was saying, there's a spot here where it's been worn away. And there's one little spot here. But overall, it's a free ottoman. I'm just going to have it in the basement as a place to put it, and I'm going to put it with my other leather chair, and together I think it's going to be great. They're both brown, both about the same design, so I think it's going to look great. Now this does have little wood feet on it, so what I was going to do actually is I also have another product that I've used on other stuff, and this is Oz Cream Polish, and this is kind of high-end stuff. I don't know if it's really... It's high end for this. I bought it because I had this vintage table from the 60s that deserved to buy a good product, because the table, well, it turned out to be a really expensive table that I picked up locally. But this stuff is good for, it says protects enameled, varnished, lacquered, or metal wood surfaces, even leather. I don't use this on leather. I'm going to use this just on wood. And I'm just going to put it around the actual feet of it, just because. So that's it for now. We've, again, gone over the whole thing with Picards, and then also used the Oz on the wood pieces. I'm going to let this sit for a day, and then we'll come back. And also, I noticed some of the... polyester fill that they use at the bottom just as a cover. There's some little pieces of threads coming out. I'm going to trim those just to clean it up. And then what we'll do tomorrow is we will wipe down if there's any Picards left. It hasn't been soaked in. We'll wipe that down, and then we should be good to go. So it's going to be a cool project. So I'll see you in a minute, or about a day. So it's been a day now, and I thought I'd show you. I haven't wiped this down yet, but you can kind of see there's still a little bit here. A lot of it's soaked in, which is great. That means that the leather has absorbed most of the Picards I put on it, but still there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wipe it all down, and we're just going to use just a cloth. I probably won't wear gloves on this one because it's just wiping it down, and we will see how it looks. So we're just going to wipe down the excess Picards. We're going to use this cotton piece here. Now it will continue to still absorb into the leather, even though we're taking the majority of the excess off. It's still going to continue to finish doing that, which is going to be really nice. But this is just removing any of the big excess of it. So it's kind of as simple as that. We just, again, to just reiterate, we cleaned it off. We used the Picards over top of it. We let that soak overnight. And then in the next day, about 24 hours or more, we wiped it off. Now you can let it go for a couple days if you want to, really. I just kind of want to get it done, wipe it off. It still has a bit of a waxy feeling right now, just because of the picards is on there and it's still being soaked into the leather. And over a couple days that will go away. And I'll feel like just regular leather again. But really what you're doing, you want leather to feel like it's like got some little life into it, even though it doesn't. But this is the ottoman I just did, and what I'll do is I will do a walk around too, and you can kind of see the finished product, and I'll put them side by side so you can see like kind of a before and after. It wasn't dramatic before and after. I've had really dramatic befores and afters, but this one, it looks nice though. It's usable. It's good for another 5-10 years before you probably will have to do this again, depending if there's sun in your house. Now if there's a lot of sun or something like that, then it will start to dry it out just from the heat and the UV rays and all that stuff. But right now I think we're going to be pretty good. So let me show you around. It's got a nice gloss to it, nice shine. Still has a lot of nice patina, which I like. Not too bad. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Derek Does as we restored, not really, well, we kind of restored, where we brought back this vintage ottoman, leather ottoman. Again, we used picards and we used the Oz wood, just on the wood. It's not, the wood, you don't need it, but the picards you do. And again, I'll put links down below, and check those out and use them on your next leather project. This also works for leather jackets. Check out my video on that, of how to restore a vintage leather jacket. Pretty much anything leather. This works on couches, car seats, anything. I love it. I've always had great success with it, and it's a great product. So I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if this is kind of the stuff you like. And obviously there's other stuff on my channel that you might like also. So I will see you on the next Derek Does.